بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Beloved brothers and sisters, alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Alhamdulillah, this evening in our fiqh we start a new chapter. We completed Kitab al-Tahara 2 weeks ago. And this evening, inshallah, we start quite a lengthy chapter, but we begin this evening with Kitab al-Salah, Bab al-Salah, the chapter of Salah. And this is a very, very important chapter. Even though you and I might have been performing our Salah for years, for decades, it's very important to have absolute clarity on the laws of fiqh relating to Salah. Because the Salah is wajib. It keeps a person Muslim. It protects us from sin and evil. It is also a means to enter Jannah. We ask Allah to grant that to us. This evening I'm just looking at one basic area as we enter in Kitab al-Salah. We are looking at what excuses are permitted for one to delay the Salah. So we know that the Salah has to be performed in its prescribed period, its waqt. For each Salah, it has its prescribed waqt, its prescribed period. And the Shaykh writes, أعذار الصلاة اثنان. The Shaykh writes that there are various reasons or excuses for delaying the Salah. From amongst them, النوم والنسيان, sleep and forgetfulness. And in the commentary, a third reason is provided, traveling. And I just very briefly want to touch on these this evening. Firstly, what we understand from this area in fiqh is that the salah should be performed in its waqt. But there are instances where delaying it would be permitted. Sleep is one. Forgetting that you were supposed to perform the salah is another. And the third is when you are traveling and you delay the salah to the next waqt, because you are permitted to do so. Essentially you combine two salahs. Now with regards to number 3, fairly straightforward, permitted for a traveler to delay the salah to the next waqt and essentially to have ta'khir, that you are joining the two salawat, or the two salahs. The first two are very important to have clarity on this. First one is sleep, the second is forgetfulness. Now when it comes to sleep, we need to understand this quite carefully. If a person sleeps through a salah but was able to prevent it, the person was able to prevent it, sleeping through that salah, then the person, if they were able to prevent it but they still slept through it, then it becomes sinful, haram for that individual. So generally, if a person sleeps through a waqt you didn't intend, perhaps you took a nap after dhuhr and you went to sleep knowing that, okay, I have 2 hours to go before, 3 hours to go before Asr, I'm able to have this nap. But you sleep through Asr and perhaps you wake up with Maghrib Adhan. And you wake up and now the worry is, okay, I've missed my Asr, it is now the waqt of Maghrib. Will I be sinful? Will I be punished for missing that Asr? If you had intended to wake up for Asr and it was within your means, then you won't be punished, inshallah. But the ulama have written, with regards to sleep, there are certain rules that apply. If the waqt enters or is about to enter and you are tired, so the waqt is about to enter or it enters and you are tired, you can take a nap, a short nap, but that nap is makruh, meaning it is disliked. Even if you know that I'm going to wake up and still get this waqt in its time, let's say dhuhr enters or is about to enter and you feel I can take a nap, inshallah I'm going to get up, that nap is makruh because the waqt is about to enter or has just entered. If the waqt has entered and you want to take a nap and you are not sure if you'll be able to perform the salah, then the nap is haram, the sleep is haram. So in other words, you are so tired and you honestly know, I don't think I'll be able to get up, then that nap becomes haram. Then you can't sleep. So this is very important to evaluate your state for each waqt. And then the second area is forgetfulness. If you forgot to perform the salah, now how could this occur? Perhaps you are busy with something, and because you were so engrossed, you forgot to perform the salah, and then the next waqt is upon you and you realize you missed the previous waqt. If it was an action that could have been avoided, then the ulama refer to in the books of fiqh, such as playing the game of chess, which is very time consuming. And that's the analogy in the books of fiqh, but there are many other analogies we can use today. Something that takes up a lot of time. Now, if it could have been avoided and you forgot, then it is sinful. But if the action was unavoidable, some emergency came up and you were so busy in that emergency and you forgot to perform the salah, then inshallah it is lifted, the salah is still upon you, but you won't be punished. So this is very important with regards to sleep and forgetfulness, especially the issue of sleep. Sometimes, younger people, youth, young adults, when it is night time after Isha, they stay up quite late, especially youth. The younger you are, the later you want to remain awake. And so at night, one must be wary of the time of Fajr and also what your body needs. So if a young person stays, or any person stays up till like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and your Fajr is 4 a.m., realistically the body needs more sleep. And therefore, it would be makruh to go and sleep at that time if you're going to miss your Fajr. So one does not plan the salah around your sleep, but rather your sleep and your work around the salah work. So we conclude this evening that the salah must be safeguarded, be performed in its awqat, and inshallah, if it is legitimately that you have overslept, then there is no sin upon you. If you have forgotten, there is no sin upon you as long as you, with all means and intention, did not want for that to occur. وصلى الله وسلم عليه والحمد لله رب العالمين. شكرا.